63, Will Vollenbeck. At center, number 29, Carl Grafferman. At left wing, number 55, Tim Johnson. At right wing, number 9, Trey Carlson. And goalie, number 33, Nolan Eicherman. The Lancers are coached by Nick Herrenhall and assisted by Derek Kinder and Zach Broom. And now the starting lineup for your Quad City Blues. At defense, number 24, freshman at Davenport West, Chase DeYoung. At defense, number 22, a junior from Bettendorf, Patrick Hurd. At center, number 3, a junior from Pleasant Valley, Camden Doherty. At left wing, number 5, a junior from Davenport West, Dylan Cutcott. At right wing, number 53, a junior from Bettendorf, Chase Newton. And the man between the pipes, number 29, a senior from Davenport Assumption, Evan Listick. The Blues are coached by Dylan Fournier and assisted by Joe Davalier. The referees for today's game are David Blondin and Dallas Mitchell. The linesmen are Ron Wicks and Colin Wadding. Now would everybody please rise and remove your hats for the playing of the national anthem.
Well, with the performance of our national anthem and the announcement of our starting lineups, we're set for action here in just moments. It's the visiting Omaha Junior Lancers in Davenport to take on the Quad City Blues in a Midwest High School Hockey League matchup. Evan Listick is in net to our left. The Junior Lancer goalie to our right, number 33, Nolan Eicherman. Officiating crew for tonight's game include the referees David Blondin and Dallas Mitchell, along with the linesmen Colin Waddick and Ron Wicks. Starting lineup for the Quad City Blues skate out onto the ice right now. We'll look at the forwards. Furthest to closest to us, you have Chase Newton, Cam Doherty, and Dylan Cutcomp. The defense on that left D, Chase DeYoung. The right D, Patrick Hurd. So as we get things underway, let's take a quick look at how these teams are doing this season. The visiting Omaha Junior Lancers are currently sitting in 6th place in the varsity standings. Their record sits at 10-6. Here they come in, they kick to the stick, but shot wide of the net. The Blues lift that up off of the glass, and Cutcomp's trying to get that a little bit deeper. But Omaha changes directions, and they're going to send off their players for a change. Blues changing their forwards. Wolford steps out onto the ice with James and Skolrud. James flips that puck, then gets bumped. Now DeYoung's going to wrap it around the board. Skolrud's hurrying for the pinching defenseman is coming down on him. And Now DeYoung's going to try again. He bounces it off of the boards, but again, the defense holds, and Blues having a hard time getting it out of our zone. Skullroot now turning to look. He feeds James. He's got Wolford ahead of him. It's just off of his stick. Wolford chasing down his man from behind. Blues poke it, and both teams are changing. Johnson feeds Ferrari. Ferrari's short of center when he dumped it, but he said it was deflected. But as we were saying here, the Omaha team is in 6th place with a record of 10-6. Goals for is 53 and goals against 37. The Omaha's last game was a 6-2 win over Lincoln. When we look at the Quad City Blues varsity team, their last game was a 5-1 loss to Dubuque. They're sitting at the bottom of the standings right now. They're in last place with a record of 2 wins and 15 losses, 27 goals for, 82. So now here's Jace Johnson taking the puck across center. He's going to enter the zone, take a high shot, gloved away, and then swept to the corner. Battling for it, but Lancers get it out, and Charlie Eaton steps in and sends it in deep. James and Giesick there. Giesick flips it down low, and Lancers get out of the zone and skate wide. Looking for somebody in the slot. Patrick Hurd ties up his man. Beckwith needs to spin around to get to that puck. Eaton battling with James down low. Omaha comes away with the puck. They feed LaPointe. The shot, I don't know if it made it through. I think it hit a player. Now Blues changing some bodies. Doherty picks up that puck. His pass did not connect with Newton, and it's going to go the length for a whistle, and we'll get a drop back down here in front of Listick. 13-12 remain in the first period. Cam Doherty taking this face-off for the Blues. Turn up the volume. I just saw that comment here. We'll move the microphone a little bit closer, see if that helps you out a little bit. Thank you for the suggestion. Omaha holding with this puck now poked away, but the defense keeps it in and wraps it around. Nienhuis backhands it. Newton can't quite get it further out. Omaha tried to work it through the skates. And they re-enter the Blues zone, drop the pass. And Newton tried to feed Conrad there, but it got away from him, and Lancers come right back in. A high curl and a look to spin. Nienhuis chops it out to center. Omaha gets it back in. Oh, puck took a funny hop off the glass. Quick shot. Went wide, and now Conrad sends it cross ice to Johnson. Charlie Eaton just comes off of the bench, and the puck squirted to him. Gannon couldn't handle the bouncing puck. Johnson takes a big hit. The Blues move it to center, and Omaha's look off of a junior Lancer stick and sends it all the way down. Skullroot and Wolford putting pressure. Wolford lays the hit, but they were able to get the puck away. Eaton has to go around the referee. Gives it to Gannon, who works it up the boards. His pass does not get to Wolford in time, and a shot blockered away by Listick. Gannon and James battling there for the Blues. Both Gannon and Ing get tied up. But looks like they're wrapped up with sticks, and we got a whistle, and play will continue in a moment. 11 minutes and 1 second is what we have on the clock. Liam No, I apologize. That's Grant Skullroot in the face-off circle. He's out there with James and Wolford still. Shot hit the shin pad of Hurd. There's a rising shot under the crossbar. Lancers are going to take a first goal lead. I think that was number 16, Brady Ridnor. Doherty, Beckwith, and Giesick. Doherty in the face-off circle. Beckwith close hits. Giesick on the far side. Lancers get it in, take a rising shot, gloved by Listick. DeYoung and, let me see, I think Gannon are the defense. Face off in the slot, rebound right there. Omaha takes it in the slot, circles around for a shot. Then they send it down low. Gannon takes the puck away. He gets rode off, but DeYoung's there. He's going to backhand it, but pass did not get to Beckwith. Deflected shot wide. Now we might have the net off. I'm not sure. Did they say hand pass? I didn't quite hear what the official just shouted after he blew the whistle. But puck comes out of the zone. And we've got new legs out for the Blues. Ferrari in the faceoff circle. Johnson's to his left, Conrad to his right. Puck stays at his feet. Now it comes back to Nienhaus, who sends it to his defensive partner, Eaton. He builds speed, gets across center ice, and dumps it in deep. Johnson's shot was wide. Nienhaus dumps it right back in. I think the Blues had to tag up there. Omaha sends it off of the glass, and their streaking player is going to get there first. They feed it out to a man in the slot, a quick shot, and a great save by Listick. Now Ferrari the other way. Puck gets away from him for a moment. He's going to chip it in deep and chase after that. He turns to protect the puck, feeds one in the slot. It's on the backhand of Conrad, and the save was made. No rebound allowed. Jack James into the face-off circle. Skullroot's on his left, Wolford on his right. Wolford gets it, takes a shot just wide of the net. James hustling to get to that puck behind the net. Skullroot there, gives it. James has it on his stick. He dangles around one player. Now they tried to feed Wolford in the slot, but Omaha comes away, and they're going to enter on the wide side. Look to pass into the middle. A good play by Hurd to tie up the stick. And Wolford bangs it off of the boards. Out of the reach of James. Icing is waved off. James comes out with the puck, feeds it. Backhand shot deflected away by the defense. And now Omaha tries to get it out, kicks it to the stick. Now they enter the zone, and they're going to get a shot opportunity. Listick used his shoulder to make a save, and we've got a whistle. Eaton and Nienhaus, the defense. Doherty, Cutcomp, and Newton, our forward line. Face-off draw came in on Listick. He used his paddle to knock it away. Now Eaton has it behind the net. He's going to skate it across the blue line, then takes a hit. Then he gives a hit. Nienhaus behind his net, puts on the brakes, backhands it to the wing of Newton. He's able to get around the pinching defenseman, and he chips it in deeper and chases after that. He's going to get to it. Feeds it to Cutcomp. Cut Comp tried to draw it behind him, but couldn't, and Omaha comes right back out. Doherty with that puck at his feet. He just kicks it to center ice. Now Omaha bounces it off of the boards, and they dump it right in on Listick. Hurd gets there. He's got guys closing in on him. He bangs it off of the boards. Johnson got kind of pushed down from behind. Shot deflected wide. Centering attempt hit the back of the net. Wraps around these boards, held in at the blue line. Ferrari, Nienhaus working there. Puck squirts up to the slot. The pass to the D came out of the zone. Omaha is tagging up. The Omaha team had not got out of the zone when that shot was put on net. And that faceoff is going to go all the way down for an intentional offsides. 7:30 remain in the first period. Skullrood, James, and Wolford will be our forwards. Up on the blue line, DeYoung and Gannon. Gannon's closest to us, DeYoung on the far side. They push the forward, and then the James, rather than pulling the faceoff back to the D, they put it on net, and the goaltender couldn't cover it by the time that Jack James got his stick on it and pushed it to the back of the net. So we've got a tied game at 1 with 7:26 remaining in the first. Good quick goal from this offensive line from the Blues. Gannon's going to flip it up high. It's kind of in the feet right now. And Omaha now collects the puck. Hit a skate. And now the defenseman will take it in and skate with some speed around behind the net. Try to look for opportunities. Now he's just going to dump it down low, and they're going to start a cycle. They tried to feed somebody at the back door. Gannon was able to poke it away. Omaha comes away with the puck in the slot. A shot to the near side, saved by Listick. James battling down low. Omaha able to scoop away for a minute now. Wolford kicks it out. The defense puts it back in. Gannon tipped it, and Listick sticked it to the corner. Now the Blues are just going to send it all the way down and take that whistle. 6:28 remain in the first. New line stepping out for the Blues. The defense is Eaton and Nienhaus. The forwards, Beckwith, Giesick, and Ferrari. Looks like Ferrari's going to take this face-off with Beckwith on the right wing, Giesick on the left. Face-off pulled back cleanly to Nienhaus. He bounces it off of the boards. The defense holds it in and sends it back in. Lancer's now working behind the net. Eaton got in the way of that pass. And Nienhaus hurrying to get there. Puts it back to Ferrari. He backhands it to the Beckwith on this near boards. He tries to poke it out. He does get it out, and then he just sweeps it. It's going to be on net, so no icing called, and the pressure of Giesick causes the goalie to cover that up, and we'll have a whistle here with 6:01 left in the first. Doherty, Cut Comp, Newton, the forwards. Doherty taking this, lifts the stick, then gets tied up. Omaha now gathers and takes it out of the zone. Give and go type chance, but hit the skates of the Blues player. Now it's squirted away from the Omaha player who was trying to set something up behind the net. Doherty's going to grab this puck. And Nienhaus was there too. He's going to use his defensive partner of Eaton. He's got Cut Comp cutting across the center, but Omaha got in the way of that pass. Now they give back to Eaton. Omaha comes away with the puck. It gets deflected behind the net. Circle wide. And Now they got a defenseman cutting back door. They did try to feed him. He circled around, saved by Listic. Eaton bumps his guy into the glass. They continue to work. They bring it up to the point. Here's going to be a shot hitting the legs of Doherty. Cutcomp spins with it at center. He's going to put it on net, and the Blues are going to change up their bodies. And the goalie is going to hold on to that, and we'll get a whistle here with 4:47 remaining in the first. Gannon's the right D. Hurd's the left D. Our forward three, closest to furthest, you've got Conrad in the center slot. Ferrari's taking the draw. Johnson's on the left wing. Ferrari wins it back to Hurd. He sends it to Johnson, who drops it down low for Ferrari. Ferrari tried to feed Conrad in the slot. It hit a body, and Omaha's going to send it down. They've got some speed coming this way, and it's actually a 3-on-1. Their pass did not connect. Now Gannon's going to come away with that, but does not get the puck out of the zone, and Omaha. Ferrari comes around this near side. Omaha had it. Blues took it away. Now Gannon's out of the zone. Now they go cross ice to the D. There's just a soft shot on Listic. He's going to make that save. 4:01 remaining in the first. Wolford, James, and Skullrood now stepping out for the forward line. Nienhuis and Eaton will be the D. In the face-off circle, they blow a whistle. I think the referee is going to be tossing both guys out. Wolford will now take the draw for the Blues. Lancers win it. They're free in the slot. The shot was made wide. The Blues let the guy just walk right into the slot. Now Skullrood's good. He gets the shot off. Leg save made. Good opportunity. They sprung a man, and Wolford got the shot off. Now Omaha sets up shop the other way. Pass in front, got deflected up. Listic got his glove on it. So this game remains tied at 1 with action on both ends of the ice. 3:31 left in the first period. Face off to the right of Listic. Doherty taking this draw. He's out there with Cutcomp and Newton for forwards. DeYoung and Gannon are the defense. Bouncing puck fed, and a great save by Listic. That was a pass and a shot put right on the doorstep of the goal, but Listic makes the save. The Johnson-Ferrari-Conrad line steps out for the Blues. Gannon's pass just out of the reach of Conrad, and Lancers enter the zone once again. A pull to the middle. Now Lancers working the perimeter. Drop it off for the defense, who now goes down low. Gets around Gannon. Listic gets his stick on it. It's loose in front. Shot, kick saved. Still there in the slot. Now chopped out of the zone. Johnson putting the pressure on there, trying to ride his guy. He chips it off of the glass. Ferrari's going to try to get over center. He gets it to Johnson. He can't pull it to a forehand. Ferrari's going to dump it in, and they're going to peel off for a change. Lancers now come out of the zone. They get across center and dump it down. Listic comes out to play it. He's going to wrap it around the boards to Skullrood. A great breakout, just James couldn't handle the pass, so Eaton steps up and bangs it off of the boards. Wolford there to pick up. He gives it to Nienhuis. Tried to feed James in the middle. It didn't connect. The Lancers dump it in deep and get to work. Great play by Listick. With the guy behind the net, he used his paddle to stop that pass and then just covered it up. Just under 2 minutes remain in this first period. Doherty into the face-off circle. He's out there with Newton and Cutcomp. Eaton takes the puck, skates it out of the blue line, banks it off of the boards. Now Cutcomp over the blue line. He's shoved wide and doesn't get a shot off. Eaton turns with it, backhands it back to Cutcomp. He can't get it through the legs of that Lancer player. Doherty tried to lay a big hit. Lancer's shot over the net and wraps around the boards and out of the zone. Poked away. Chip to Conrad. He doesn't quite get it out of the zone. Lancer's hold and able to change some bodies. Now the defense steps up, takes a shot that Listick sticks away to the far corner. Bounced off the boards to Johnson, but he doesn't handle it. Now Nienhaus tries to backhand it up the far boards. Good job by Listick to take that out of midair and freeze the play. 35 seconds remain in the first. We're still sitting at a score tied at 1. Jack James will be taking this faceoff. Wolford's to his right, Skullroot to his left. They pull it over to Skullroot, but he leaves it for DeYoung, who backhands it, but that pass intercepted. Center and a shot and a kick save. Skullroot getting to that puck. He lifts it out. 15 seconds. Now here's Skullroot. He's got about 8 seconds, but it's poked away. Hurd's going to take it over center, and that's going to be an icing with 2.9 seconds. Skullroot taking this face-off for the Blues. They tie it up. Shot was wide, and there was a guy camping on the back door to try to put that in, but score tied at 1, and teams head to the locker room, and we'll be back in about 15 minutes or so. a fresh sheet of ice and a fresh 17 minutes back on the scoreboard. That means we're ready for a second period. Listic already down to the right of us. As the goalie Nolan Eicherman to our left. Getting set for period number 2. The offense for your Blues include closest to us, Jace Johnson, Ferrari the centerman, and right wing Isaiah Conrad. When we look back at the D, Charlie Eaton's on the left D, John Nienhaus on right. So we've got a drop of the puck. And period 2 underway. Nienhaus picking up this puck behind the net, working it around the boards to Conrad. He pokes it, and it does get out of the zone. Nienhaus cuts it off, and his pass doesn't connect with Conrad. It ends up being an icing here, so we'll come back down in front of Listic. Dealing with some buffering issues I see in the comments, so we'll keep our eye on the internet connection here and do what we can. Sometimes maybe that comment was a long time ago. I don't know when that was made, but if it was recent, things look to be going well right now with the internet feed. Charlie Eaton down there tries to get around the man, but puck comes to Ferrari. He bounces it off of the boards to Conrad. Tried to go rink wide to Johnson, but that intercepted, and the defense steps in and puts a shot on Listic. He's going to use his blocker to knock it down and cover that up. Wolford, James Skolrud, our forwards. Hurd and DeYoung on defense. Wolford able to flip it out of the zone, but the Lancers do a good job of impeding his progress, so they grab the puck and re-enter the zone. Quick shot and saved by Listic. The rebound was loose, but it's possible that the net came off or the referee lost sight of it. James taking this face-off. Lancers win it back. James then bumps his guy off of it. Wolford works it out of the zone, but not much further. Listic stops that puck behind the net, and they tried to feed somebody. It goes all the way down, and Lancers will set up a breakout here. Confub given to Wolford. He's got he gives it. Shot, I'm sorry, that's James there. His shot hit the crossbar. Now it comes back to Skolrud. He steps in, takes a low shot gloved and held. Doherty, Beckwith, and Giesek stepping onto the ice. Looks like Doherty's going to take this draw. Giesek on the left, Beckwith in the slot. Lancers win the draw and wrap it around. Nienhaus gets in the way of that. Eaton's going to then backhand it to these near side boards. Beckwith tried to feed Doherty. They bounce it off the boards and enter the zone. Sorry, just kind of watching action right here. Centering attempt and stolen by Eaton. And it's like as we touched it, we're going to get the whistle. as John Nienhaus heading to the penalty box. Referee had his back to me, but it's possible he was making a hooking motion. Couldn't quite see. The penalty kill unit for the Blues comes out. James taking this face-off. He's out there with Skolrud. The defense is DeYoung and Hurd. It is a hooking call, so Nienhaus will sit there for a couple minutes while his team tries to keep Omaha out of the net. Omaha setting up their power play now, feeding the big hard slap shot from the slot. I don't know if that made it all the way through to Listic. And the Blues get that puck and send it down. Skolrud, the pressure man. Now Wolford comes out. Lancers send it in. That bounces off of the glass, came right to a Blues player, and they're able to dump it right back down. Minute 10 remain in the penalty kill for the Blues. Wolford putting the pressure on. Omaha pulls it behind their back and then works it up the boards. Ferrari's going to flip it back in. It's offsides, but good pressure from the Blues on this penalty kill. Now Omaha in to set up. Feed the high slot, crossbar. Puck loose, corralled by the junior Lancers. Now shot on the back door. Looks to take a shot, but it hit a leg pad. Wolford has it. He gets across center. He's going to flip it up high on net. 25 seconds remain in the penalty kill. Now Omaha picks up a little bit of speed and crosses through center and into the Blues zone. Skating wide, feeding in the slot, but I don't think they connected on that shot. 10 seconds remain. Shot kicked away by DeYoung, or Gannon is out now, and so that was who made that play. Eaton rides his guy to the boards. The teams are now at even strength. Shot hit the belly of Eaton, and the Blues are just going to flip it out. It's on end, and it might die, but it does go the length. Looks like icing was waved off anyway, so Lancers now gather a little bit of speed, and looks like a coast-to-coast type play, but Hurd's going to run them into the boards. Omaha starting to cycle around and find players, but that doesn't, and DeYoung is going to clear, but up into the netting is where that puck ended up. So we'll take a whistle. We'll get new legs out there for the Blues. They're changing the forward three. 11:45 remain in the second period. Nienhaus and Hurd stay out there on defense. Ferrari, Conrad, and Johnson are our forwards. Puck came to the slot, a backhand shot hit the stick of DeYoung and went wide. Now Lancers try the other side. Continue to try to work down low. Blues doing a good job of taking the puck away. Conrad battling on those boards. Put up to the D. Shot sent low. Deflected. A shot, a rebound. Couple saves there made by Listic. It looks like the net came off again. And now we're going to get some penalties tallied up here. At 64 for the junior Lancers, Connor Solek, and number 1, D'Angelo Ferrari for the Blues. So the officiator crew is having a conversation here at center ice. We'll see if there's anything on the initial flurry between the goalie and a junior Lancer, or if it's just going to be the offsetting penalty between Ferrari and the junior Lancer player. You may notice the officiating crew is still talking. The goalies are playing a little bit of catch while the officiating crew determines what's going to happen here for the penalties. So it looks like our officiating crew is ready to step back onto the ice. So we'll wait for the official call from the PA announcer, but I do see 2 Blues players in the penalty box and 1 junior Lancer. Well, that buzzer means the off-ice crew are not quite set yet, so they're calling the referees back over. So referee David Blondin and Dallas Mitchell head over to talk things out. Now a second player heads into the penalty box. Well, he started to, but now turns away. So we're still trying to figure out what's going on right now. Well, looks like we're going to drop the puck. Blues are going to flip it out. It's 5-on-5 hockey. Shot kind of looped up, but gloved and held. And so everything must have ended up being offsetting. So we're back at action here. Omaha picking up this puck. They kick it to center where Eaton's going to backhand it in deep. Skullroot putting on the pressure, forcing the Lancer to turn. Puck's at their feet, comes here to these near boards. Now they break it out. Nienhuis is going to stop and send it right back in. Omaha doesn't connect on that pass. It goes the length, and icing is the call. 10:40 remain in the second period. Doherty, Giesek, and Conrad. Conrad's going to take this face-off. It looks like he might try to turn and pull it to Johnson, but Lancers pull it back instead and then work it up these boards. DeYoung steps in and holds it at the blue line momentarily. They feed it rink wide to Conrad. He tried to feed Johnson. It does get over to him. He's going to turn and tries to go down low, but Lancers chip it away. Now they enter the offensive zone for the
Zolak, 2 minutes for roughing and 2 minutes for cross-checking. Quad City Blues penalty on number 29.
Conrad bounces it off of the boards. It goes down the length.
Penalty on number 1, D'Angelo Ferrari. 2 minutes for head contact, 10 minutes time.
Lancers enter the zone, tried to do a dangle, but hit a skate. Now Giesek with it. He's going to try to feed Doherty. Lancers just get a stick off. And Doherty's going to send it in deep. Blues head off for a change. .936 remain in the second period. Our score is tied at 1. Number 29, Carl Graffelman, heading into the penalty box for the junior Lancers. So the Blues bringing out a power play unit. James, Skolrud, and Johnson, with Wolford and Eaton on defense. Johnson gives it to Eaton. They wrap it around Wolford, trying to hold it there. Eaton comes in to help out his teammate. Good pressure from number 8, Gavin Moffitt. Eaton now skates away with the puck, feeds it up to James. He pokes it in deeper, gets around his man. He's got Skolrud in the slot. That's who he feeds, but the puck was on end, and he can't get a quality shot off. Now Omaha back the other way with a little bit of speed and a shorthanded chance. Short side shot saved by Listic. The Blues giving up a lot of shorthanded rushes on that power play. Minute 13 still on the power play. Doherty, Cutcomp, and Newton will be our forwards. .849 is left in the second period. Our game is tied at 1 goal apiece. The Blues have a minute 13 remaining on their power play. Not quite sure what's going on, but Giesek heading into the penalty box to join the other two players. Now, Beckwith and Giesek both coming out of the penalty box. So there's certainly a little bit of confusion here in our officiating crew getting it all figured out right now. And we're set for action again. Here's going to be the puck drop. Doherty pulls it over to Newton. He drops it down to Nienhaus. He bounces it off of the boards, but Omaha takes the puck away. Good strip of the puck by Doherty. Omaha is now just going to dump it. Listic gloves it, and Nienhaus goes behind his net, then turns to protect the puck. Doherty skates out from behind Listic, drops it off the defensive Conrad. He's going to work it up these boards and spin away. They got two junior Lancers down there. Doherty's going to take it in, drop it off for Cutcomp. Cutcomp wraps it around deep, but nobody was there, and the Lancers are able to clear it out. 30 seconds remain in the power play for the Blues. Conrad going up to Newton, then he chops it to Doherty. Conrad's now going to build speed through center ice. He's going to enter the zone, drop it for Cutcomp, who goes cross rink. And the Lancers get another easy clear. Nienhuis all the way down to play this. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's going to be the end of the power play. Teams now at even strength. Lancers trying to get a shot off. Skullrood turning to pick up this puck. Omaha is able to keep it in. Now they go behind our net. Tried to center one, hit the skate of Nienhuis. Now Wolford trying to win a race. Has the puck, just chops it on net. It's covered and held. .7:05 remaining in the second period. James taking this face-off. Skullrood's to his left. It's like Wolford gets the puck. He takes a shot. It's blockered off. Gannon holds it at the point. Gannon again chips it in a little bit deeper. Now a hand coming up, and we're going to get another penalty. A hooking call has been made. Looks like Skullrood is heading to the penalty box. No. Nope, there it's Wolford going to the penalty box. So the Blues bring out a penalty kill unit. Nienhuis and Eaton with Conrad and James. Blues pull it back to the defenseman Nienhuis, who dumps it in deep. And here the junior Lancers look to set up their power play unit. They chop it in deep and now look to set things up. Backdoor pass. Chose not to shoot, and instead they're being very patient. Turns away from Eaton. Going wide, now back up to the point and down. Lancers now enter the slot. Put it up high, a low shot from the point. Saved by Listick, and the Blues clear it to center. Defense coughs up that puck, and the Blues send it down. It's played by the goalkeeper, and now the junior Lancers look to set up their offensive rush, bringing up a little bit of speed from behind the net and through center ice. Skating wide, turning, and he's got room. Sauces it to the far boards. Now they hit it in the center. Play of the stick by Johnson kept a shot from going on net. Skullrood rode into the boards, and that's going to be a penalty. His knee slammed into the board. That was kind of an awkward fall. The guy shoved him down. It'd be a cross-checking or a roughing call, I'm not sure. But that's number 16. There it's calling him roughing. It's a 2 and a 10. 16, Brady Ridnor in the penalty box. .5:13 remaining in the second period. Skullrood is skating to the bench. So we're going to have 4-on-4 hockey for 24 seconds and then a minute 36 of a power play. James taking this face-off. He's got Johnson behind him. Conrad and Nienhaus out there as well. Puck tied up and brought out of the zone. Gavin Moffitt working that puck right now. Protecting, then curls to his backhand. Feeds backdoor shot. Good play by Listic because he was just camped out on the back door and Moffitt found him. Now the Lancers are going to protect the puck for a little bit. Now dump it all the way down. Goes behind the net where Nienhaus will pick it up. Blues have a minute 20 right now left on this power play. Conrad's pass bounced over the stick and the Lancers send it all the way down. Listic plays it. Comes to Conrad. He gives it to Nienhaus. Nienhaus feeding to Johnson. Johnson protecting the puck now into the zone. Doherty on the back door. Wolford's stick was lifted. He couldn't get a shot off and the Lancers clear. Eaton picking up this puck. Stops behind the net and then curls away again. Gets the puck chopped away and Eaton to Doherty. He's able to tap it in and Omaha sends it back down on Listic. He comes out to play it, wraps it up the boards, and a diving Eaton blocked that open net attempt. Wolford rides his man into the boards. 3-2-1. This is going to end the Blues power play. Blues take an icing call. 3:11 left to go in the second period. Game still tied at 1. Blues seem to be on their heels right now. Just be nice to weather these next 3 minutes and get to the intermission. Beckwith, James, and Johnson stepping out for the Blues. Hurd and Nienhaus will be the defense. Lancers get it, a shot in the slot. Saved by Listic, swept up to the point but held in. Now Johnson tries to feed James to break out, but Lancers continue to maintain the offensive pressure. Good job of taking that passing lane away. Now James is going to dump it in. Johnson picking up this puck on the near side. Hurd can't keep it in. It is offsides, but Lancers grab possession and enter the zone. Hurd tried to feed him wide. Beckwith chops it out. He can't get much further than center ice, and Hurd will now pick up this loose puck. Now Blues go the opposite direction. There's a good lead pass for Beckwith, but 4 Lancers closing in on him. Blues changing up, and Doherty's lead pressure caused the Lancers to cough up that puck. And Doherty works it up to Newton. He's going to backhand it in. Cut comp will chase. Doherty in the slot. Newton on the boards. Doherty comes in to pick up that puck. Tried to feed Newton. He does get a shot off, but it's directed wide. There's an icing from the junior Lancers. 1:21 remains in the second period. Gannon and Eaton will be holding the blue line. Conrad hopping over the boards. He's going to center this line with Newton and Cutcomp. Eaton turns to hold it in. Newton's going to wrap it around the boards where Cutcomp will pick it up behind the net. Conrad right there in the slot. He's tied up by bodies. Cutcomp tried to feed one to him, but it hit a leg, and the Lancers come the other way, bringing speed, skating wide, centering attempt. Good job by the Blues to wrap up that stick so they couldn't get a shot off. Centering attempt in the slot. Loose puck bouncing around. Shot hit across the post, and play continues on. Now a lot of speed coming in. A feed to the slot. A shot saved by Listic. Lancers starting to bring a lot of speed, but Blues doing a good job of taking the passing lanes away. Eaton's just shy of center when he dumped it down, and we'll have a whistle. 22 seconds left in the second period. Johnson, James, and Wolford are forwards. DeYoung and Nienhuis, the D. It up, it does make it through to Johnson. It's at his feet. He brings it into the zone. Wolford on the back door. If they could get it over to him, they can't. Omaha tries to get an offensive rush in. Nienhuis battling there. And that's going to be the end of period number 2. We end this score still tied at 1. We'll head off to the locker room and be back with our final period of action. We'll resume our broadcast here when teams return in about 15 minutes. Players have returned from the locker room, and it won't be long before we're dropping the puck here in the third period. Our score tied at 1. Listic back to our left. That's Eicherman in net for the junior Lancers to our right. Still see a few wet spots on the ice. I don't know if the officiating crew is delaying the drop for a moment so that can freeze up. Looks like the Blues are bringing out the forward line of James, Johnson, and Wolford. Nope, Johnson heading to the bench, so it's going to stay the same with James Skolrud and Wolford. Eaton and Nienhaus back on defense. Things are set, and the puck has been dropped. Lancers able to bring the puck into the zone. Shot from the high slot, saved by Listic. Another deflected shot on him was saved as well. Now Wolford works around his man. He's going to have the chance for a shot. Doesn't get all of it, but still maintains possession. Skolrud tried to get it back to him, but didn't get much on that, and Eaton comes back to play that puck. So Lancers now have it and skate across the blue line. They poke it deep to the low man, tried a centering attempt, but the Blues block that off. And Skolrud's pass to Wolford hit a leg, and now Eaton uses his skates to avoid a player, but then runs into a couple Lancers, and now they're able to enter the zone. Nienhaus played the body, rode his guy into the glass as he was trying to dangle around him, but Nienhaus took him away from the play. The puck squirted to Listic, and we've got a whistle. Ferrari, Conrad, and Johnson now the forwards. Hurd and DeYoung are our defense. Ferrari pulls that face-off back. DeYoung backhands it down low. Hurd gets it and pushes it back to the far boards. Johnson trying to protect, but he gets poked away. Quick one-time shot saved by Listic. Then DeYoung blocks the centering attempt with his shin pad. Omaha cycling. They're going to feed it to the point. Ferrari battling on those boards. DeYoung comes in to help out. Conrad now racing to the puck. He's got Johnson across ice from him. That's who he feeds it to. Johnson puts on the brakes, but he gets it poked away. Eaton's across center. He's going to backhand it, but that goes into the player bench, and we've got a whistle. Doherty, Newton, Cutcomp are forwards. Nienhaus, Eaton, the D. Puck right there at the feet. Now Doherty comes with it, tries to pull it to his forehand for a shot. Could not. Omaha player tripped up going for the puck. Doherty now has it behind the net, tried to center it to Newton, but that didn't happen. Doherty runs his guy into the glass. Omaha brings the puck off sides. New line coming out for the Blues. Beckwith, Giesick, and Ferrari. Beckwith on these near side boards, as you can probably see that in the screen there. Giesick on the left wing. Omaha wins it back. Nienhaus bounces it off of the glass. Pressure there from the Blues, but Omaha able to avoid it and exit the zone. Blues able to clear the zone. Beckwith putting the pressure on here. They're able to get away from him. Ferrari pokes it away. Puck is loose. Giesek tried to get to it, and then it got chopped in by Ferrari. Giesek almost popped that out in midair. Eaton now behind his net. Omaha able to peel that away, and now Nienhuis will pick it up. Lancers are changing, so he's got time to take a look. He goes cross ice to Eaton. Eaton then goes to Skolrud. Skolrud again with it. Tried to feed James, but that was at his feet, and Omaha's right back in. Centering attempt goes through the crease. Listic gets a piece of it. Wolford gets it a little bit deeper, takes a hit here. Didn't seem to phase him much. Now Skolrud has it. He's protecting the puck. Feeds, gives it to Wolford. It's on his backhand. Tries to turn to his forehand. James banging right there. It's loose. Still loose, and Omaha comes away with it. They're going to bring speed into the zone. Met 3 Blues players, and Gannon's going to grab it now, and he gives it over to Wolford, who maintains possessions now into the zone. Good offensive series. It's on net. And we've got a whistle here. I'm bringing out Ferrari, Skolrud, and James. I guess I didn't see a penalty called there, but Blues are on a power play unit, so they bring out their power play team, and I didn't see the call, and now we'll hear it. Michael Chase, 2 minutes for holding. That's the call. Omaha with a shorthanded chance hit the side of the net. Now they feed the late man, but that was offsides, and we'll have a whistle here. Jack James taking this face off. Nienhuis tried to backhand it up to the left wing there. Not much was on that. Now Conrad gives it over to Ferrari. Ferrari entering the blue line. Bounces it high off of the boards, but then rubbed off, and James gets it to Conrad. He's going to turn and to take a look. He gives it over to Eaton. Eaton's going to put it on net. Nobody there for the deflection. Oh, there's a tight angle shot, and it's a goal! A power play goal from the Quad City Blues. A tight angled shot. Found a piece of the net. It might have been Ferrari who picked up that loose puck. So the Blues grab a 2-1 advantage in this matchup. We're just 5 minutes into this third period. Listic making another save. So they give the goal to Ferrari from Conrad and James. Omaha now setting up a good poke to take that puck away. That was Newton making the dive, poked off of his stick. Omaha players tripped over each other. Now Nienhuis goes cross ice. Gannon was about to step up, but realized he didn't have enough space, so backs up, and Nienhuis wraps it around the boards. Wolford not there. Shot deflected away. Doherty just backhands it up, and Newton's going to chop it. Omaha now with a breakout. It's 2-on-2, possibly 3-on-2. They feed the late man high in the slot. Shot saved by Listic. James is going to pick that up, and he goes cross ice. We've got end-to-end action. Skolrud now with it. His shot hits the stick. The goalie gets his glove on it. Junior Lancers now looking to bring it through neutral zone, which they do, and they dangle around one player, get in tight. Now here's a rebound. It's loose. It hit the post and went wide. So broken. Now a penalty seems to be coming. Looks like Hurd is picking up a stick. The box. Looks like he's serving a 2 and a 10 as I see the official had given him a misconduct. So the door remains open. Someone else will have to come in to serve the 2-minute penalty. Looks like it's Chase Newton that'll serve this penalty. 10:16 is what's on the clock. Blues with a 2-1 advantage, but the penalty kill unit comes out. Wolford took the face-off. Junior Lancers win it back, and they try to feed somebody in the slot. Hit the top crossbar. Eaton then backhanded it up into the netting. So Hurd gets a 2 and 10. The call is checking from behind. So Ferrari will come in for another face-off. And he pulls it back to Eaton, who's going to wrap it around the boards. Blues didn't have a winger in position, and Junior Lancers hold it in and set up their power play unit. They go rink wide. D'Angelo got a good job of getting a stick in there, and then Eaton's going to flip it and down the length of the ice. Conrad putting on the pressure, forcing the Junior Lancers to turn behind. But now they come out with a little bit of speed. D'Angelo forces him to go wide. Eaton makes him go wider. He's going to go all the way around the world. And Lancers continuing to protect the puck. Hard shot goes over the net. Conrad battling right there. Puck there at their feet, but the Lancers seem to come away with it and still maintain a lot of offensive pressure. Backdoor, the defense has been creeping down on their power plays. It's the second time I've seen that. They'll suck everybody over to one side, and then the D drops down low, and they've found him a couple times, but power play continues here. Shot the slot, hit a body, and Blues can't quite clear it out. It's gloved down by the defense. Now Eaton gets the puck and sends it down. 10 seconds tick away on the penalty to Patrick Hurd. Johnson gets the puck, flips it over to Wolford. He taps at it, so no icing will be called. And Doherty comes in and lays a big hit. Lance call. 7:58 remain in the third period. Blues gonna change up a few players here. Cutcomp's heading into the penalty box now. I'm not quite sure what's going on now, but the Blues have a 2-minute penalty. I don't know if it's a bench minor because I didn't really see anything on the ice, but Blues penalty kill unit is out here. Doherty, Wolford, Gannon, and James. It is a bench minor for too many men on the ice. So Omaha setting up with a big shot from the point. Saved by Listic, and then he's able to cover it up. Four new penalty killers coming out. Eaton, Nienhaus, Johnson, and Ferrari. Ferrari taking this face-off. Pulls it back, and Nienhaus is going to just use the center of the ice to send it all the way down. Smart play by him. That should be an offsides call, but a shot saved by Listic. Minute 27 remain in the penalty kill. Lancers win it back. Setting up their power play unit here. They take a shot from the high point. It's a play they go to quite a bit. They bring a defenseman right at the top of the zone in front of Listic, and they've been setting up that one-timer a lot. Listic's been able to make the save and not give up many rebounds from that opportunity. Lancers going to the far side. Now to the back door, but it's deflected, and Johnson able to get to that puck and send it all the way down. Blues changing up a couple penalty killers, and Lancers coming out of the zone, and Wolford headed up into his body. He gets bumped into the boards, but pushes his guy back. They go rink wide and enter the Blues zone. High peel, both defense changing for the Blues. Good tip out of midair to stop that pass from going to the backside. And Wolford putting on the pressure. 20 seconds left in this penalty kill. Lancers going wide. Gannon forcing him to turn. The pass hit his skates, and now they tried that backdoor pass, but did not connect. So teams back at full strength. Shot blocked away by Listic. Puck protected behind Lynette. Then they tried to feed one. Cutcomp almost got it out of the zone. Lancers put it back in. Now sent off of the glance. Cutcomp has it. He's got a little bit of space. He gets across center and dumps it. And Blues changing and getting some fresh legs out. Cutcomp, Doherty, Newton. .526 left in the third period. Blues still holding on to a 2-1. Junior Saints dump it in, and we continue on. We apologize. There is some buffering going on. Nothing we're in control with. It's just whatever internet bandwidth we can use. Shots right in the doorstep. Doherty sweeps it around. Listic coming up huge again today. Blues getting some fresh legs out there. Eaton gets to the puck, sends it back in. Looks like the Lancers might be getting caught for too many men. I'm not quite sure. Their penalty door is open. The Blues have a power play opportunity. 4:33 remain in this third period. The score, Quad City Blues 2, Omaha Junior Lancers 1. It's like that might be 64. Connor Solik serving that bench minor, if indeed it was a too many men call. Ferrari taking this face-off for the Blues. There's the call from our PA announcer. It was too many men. All right, now the Blues able to bring this puck out. James had a pass just out of reach. Conrad's got to hustle. He's got pressure behind him. He's going to use the net to protect him and then passes it up to Johnson. Johnson brings it in but loses the handle. Blues grab it at center ice. James now entering the zone. He skates wide. Looks for somebody in the slot. Ferrari had his stick lifted. Wolford keeps it in. His shot low and wide. Junior Lancers wrap it around, but Wolford there to hold it in. He goes down low and looking for opportunity. Gives it right to James, who gets a good shot, but it's wide of the net. Johnson now puts it to Conrad. He goes over to Wolford. Wolford's shot blockered away, and that's sent the length on Listic. He's going to play it. Feeds it to Johnson. He gives it to James. Good entry from the Blues on that power play. Now it's deflected. Wolford was there, but the goalie covers. Doherty, Cutcomp, and Newton onto the ice. Nienhuis and Eaton will be the defense. 3:18 as you see on the clock here. 45 in our power play. It's like somebody else heading into the penalty box for the Junior Lancers. Maybe he's just serving that penalty, as there might be dealing with equipment issues with the man that's in the penalty box. So he'll be the one that actually comes out in, the 36 seconds. And it looks like that player is going to be actually skating off to the locker room. So whatever that issue is, 64, Connor Solek. Trying to pronounce that properly. Looks like he's heading to the locker room, dealing with a little bit of pain here. Looks like he's not putting a lot of weight on that left foot. But we're set to return to action here. 3:08 is what we have on the clock. Blues on a power play. That's Nienhuis and Eaton working down there. Blues scoop this puck away momentarily. Eaton's battling there. It's Doherty now over to Nienhuis. Nienhuis goes behind the net where Doherty will pick it up. He gets stripped of the puck. The Lancers going to have a shorthanded chance. Diving play by Doherty to knock that away, but Lancers still have the puck. Teams are going to be at even strength here, which they now are. Nienhuis takes that puck away from the Lancer player behind. He's going to send it the length, and they're going to take an icing call. They were on their heels for a while, and we're at 2:17 on the clock. Blues still holding on to a 2-1 lead. Ferrari, Conrad, and Johnson are forward 3. Ferrari with another faceoff win. He's been pretty solid on draws tonight. That shot hits the post and goes wide. James sweeps it down. That might roll on net. It actually curls away, and it'll be an icing call. James, Johnson, Conrad, Ferrari, DeYoung. Those would be the 5 Blues players on the ice. Ferrari in to take another face-off. Johnson pulls the puck away, gets it on his forehand, and his dump attempt deflected. Now Conrad's going to send it in deep. Minute 45 left in this game. Junior Lancers now coming across ice. Deflected by James, causing them to stand up right there at the blue line, but shot saved by Listic. Listic's seen a lot of shots tonight, and he's been making a lot of saves. And the timeout has been called as Omaha is going to take this opportunity to talk things over with their team. Minute 31 remain in the third period. So there's a minute 31 on the clock. Blues lead 2-1 over the Omaha Junior Lancers. Both these teams will play again tomorrow. Junior varsity action will be at 9:30 and the varsity game to follow roughly about 11:30. So the timeout is over. The Junior Lancers are skating in. Taking a look at the 5 Blues. Doherty taking this face-off. Wolford, Cutcomp, James, and Eaton. Lancers pull it back to their D. They go cross ice shot. I think it was deflected, but it's in. Orlistic was screened. We've got a tie game. Ferrari, Conrad, Johnson are forwards. Eaton, Nienhaus are defense. Nienhaus has it, curls away, bounces it off of the boards to Conrad. He gets it over to Ferrari. He's going to skate wide, tried to protect the puck, but he's bumped off of it. Now Omaha bringing a lot of speed, and number 2, Lucas Parr with the puck for the Junior Lancers. Conrad able to poke it off of his stick and get it at least to center ice. Now Omaha in and skating around behind Lynette. The Blues working around him. Ferrari chips it over. Eaton's hustling to get to that puck, which he does. Gets it to Johnson. It's in his feet. And penalty coming on Junior Lancers. .55 heading to the penalty box. Tim Johnson. Timeout being called by the Quad Cities. 35.9 seconds is what's left up there. This game now tied at 2. Teams returning to the ice. Blues going to have a power play advantage. See if they can do something with it in these 35 seconds. They haven't had many opportunities, even on the power play. Let's see if we can get a little pressure in right now. Omaha is going to get to this puck. They slap it hard off of the boards. Johnson's got the slashing call. James has the puck. He does a high curl, goes cross ice. Wolford tips to James, back to Wolford. His shot deflected. It's there by James, but it was in his feet, and Omaha sends it down. Ferrari over here just out of the reach of Johnson, and Omaha clears it to center. Wolford plays it, and that's going to be the end of regulation. 2-2 is the score after 3 periods of play. We're going to have a shootout now. Best of 3. It's the format here. But that might happen for Varsity. Help me out here. Jim, is it a 5-minute overtime for Varsity? 4-on-4 for 5 minutes. Okay, in JV it goes straight to a shootout. Varsity is 4-on-4 overtime for 5 minutes. Or is that a 5-minute? I apologize for not being fully aware. I don't know that we've had a overtime here in the Varsity this season, and this is my first year with this headset on, so new for me too, guys. So since the Lancers are on a penalty kill, it'll be 4-on-3 hockey for 1:45. So Ferrari's been pretty good in the faceoff circle, winning a lot of draws for his team. We'll see if he can pull one back and the team can set up an offensive rush here. All right, so we are set for overtime action here in Davenport between the Quad City Blues and the Omaha Junior Lancers. Ferrari. Blues Now have the puck. Ferrari goes rink wide to Conrad. Conrad steps over the blue line and drops it back for James. Ferrari at the top, over to Johnson. Johnson back to Ferrari, but it's poked away. Ferrari's going to get there in time to hold it in. Conrad's picking up this puck, gives it back to Ferrari. Ferrari holds it, steps in, goes over to James. James is going to take a hard shot. Gloved save. Ferrari again in for the face-off circle. Gets tied up. It's in the feet of everybody. And now Lancers skate behind their net with the puck and look to send it all the way down. James hurrying up to pick up this puck. And he's going to take the puck all the way coast to coast. He's got Johnson on the back door. They get bumped off of the puck. It's right there, chopped away. Held in by Conrad. He goes over back door. It was on end, and so not a lot of heat on that one from Johnson. Now James down low. Omaha peels away with the puck and backhands it the length, and that's going to be the end of the power play with about 5 seconds after the next 5 seconds tick. And Ferrari over Conrad on the backside. It hits his feet. Ooh, Doherty swept it to Conrad. He wasn't in a shooting position. Eaton to Conrad. Conrad brings it out of the zone and drops it off for Eaton here. Eaton spins, takes a look, and gives it to Wolford on the left, but his pass intercepted. Now Omaha's offsides, and we'll have a whistle here. 3:14 remain in the overtime. Doherty and Wolford, along with Nienhuis and Eaton. Doherty pulls it back cleanly to Eaton, Eaton to Nienhuis, and then to Wolford, who brings it into the zone, into the slot. Backhand, it's there, but Doherty can't get a piece of it. Omaha now coming back the other way. Shot saved by Listick. Omaha still has possession. They give it up to the point, who's going to walk the blue line. Hard slap shot wide to the net. Nienhuis battling down low. Doherty coming in to help out. Doherty takes it away and spins from one man, gives it to Nienhuis. Nienhuis going to wrap it around the boards. The defense can't hold it in, and they send the puck in wide where Nienhuis will get it. Then backhands it over to Eaton. Eaton tried to get it up to Wolford, but then he just dumps it to center, and Omaha's right back into the zone. High post guy coming in, changing defenseman's going to take a slapper. That's wide of the net. Wolford will pick it up. He's got Ferrari on his right. That's who he feeds it to. Ferrari tries to pull it as the pass was behind him. Now Omaha is in. The shot goes wide. Johnson causing his man to turn. They feed it to the D. He avoids the rush by Johnson. Saved by Listick. Another rebound. It's loose, and the net is off. Rebound was fluttering there, but the Omaha player could not poke it in. That's number 22 for Omaha, Michael Chase. Minute 42 left in the overtime. Wolford's going to take this draw. He's got Johnson to his right. Conrad and James are on the defense. James gets the face-off to him. He comes in with a little bit of speed, goes to his backhand, curls, and gets pulled off of the puck. Goalie's flopping around. Wolford got a piece of it, but it was wide. And now a shot by Conrad. Minute 26. Omaha's going to lift it out of the zone. That's Conrad to Johnson. Johnson cross ice to Wolford. Oh, but they're saying James was offside. That was a good entry from the Blues. Doherty and Ferrari stepping out. Wolford's going to drop back on defense with Conrad. Ferrari in to take this draw. Lancers pull it back. Tip deflected by Ferrari, and Conrad now has it. Backhand play by Conrad. Off the mark. Ferrari's got to go behind his own net. He's going to bounce it off the boards. Now a shot from the point deflected. That's wide of the net. Now they go back up to the point. Send it down low. They've got a guy camping in the back door. That diving play. Oh, the puck is loose. And there it goes in. That's an overtime goal for the junior Lancers. That's too bad. Listic had a heck of a game. Our final score, Omaha Junior Lancers 3, Quad City Blues 2. But you've got to be proud of the Blues in both JV and varsity action. They played great against a really good team. So we'll wrap up this broadcast and be back with action, which starts at 9:30 tomorrow morning. Thanks so much for watching, and have a great night.